What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Knightriderz, the 936 news station. I'm just playing. This week we do got a little couple interesting week, man. So Donald Trump is on trial again for his allegations with that porn star he had, and some 34 other charges as well. He's going to be on trial for the next 8 weeks. So if you have nothing to watch TV, um, you can check that out. It doesn't look too good for him. Apparently, he doesn't have no control in there. I don't really think it's facing him because apparently on the first day, he was falling asleep on there. So I don't really think it's messing with him at all. I don't think he's taking it serious at all. But yeah, he's going through trial for the hash money, what he had with the Dole Star, and some other 34, like I said, other 34 charges he has. But if you want to check it out, I'm gonna check it out sometimes. Whatever the people post, whatever CNN or stuff posts, I'll check that out. I'm not really big on following stuff like that. I mean, since 2020, they've been trying to get that dude out of office. I don't really know why. I think the Democrats just kept pushing people to hate that guy, which he's not really that bad of a guy. I've seen stuff that he's like the only one that kind of, well, not the only one, but I've seen him when there was like some what was it? What kind of hurricane was it? I don't remember what kind, but I saw videos of him going around and donating cereals or it's just stuff to help out people. So he's not a bad person, but I mean he's got money. What do you expect? If can't say you wouldn't do stuff like that. So, but anyways, yeah, if you want to check him out now, for all you Trump supporters, if you're like, oh man, he's probably not gonna make it to November. I mean, he won't be doing his campaign for the next 8 weeks. So yeah, that'll probably do a little effect on him. But um, if you are interested in somebody else, this other candidate, one of my boys put me on game with him. Shout out to Alexis for showing me this guy. Uh, the late great President Kennedy's nephew, his brother's Robert Kennedy's son, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is actually running also for president, but he's not running as a Republican or a Democrat. He's running for third party. So he's trying to, I guess, do something new. But I've been watching his videos, been keeping up with him. Obviously, I didn't know he was running until my boy put me on game. But yeah, he's actually been pretty interesting to watch. I will say his voice is very cracky. I'll give you all that heads up. Is according to him, he came upon a shot because he gets his vaccines every year. But in 1996, he said he had got a shot, and that's when his voice started. It got into that some after effects came along with it. So if you watch him or listen to him and you for the first time, because I didn't hear him, I didn't know about him or anything. So first time I watched one of his videos, his voice caught me off guard and stuff. I was like, man, what the heck? But then he'll begin when he begins his interviews and stuff. He'll right off the bat apologize for his voice and all that. But it's interesting, man, because the vaccines is he got it from a vaccine, so it's like what how can we know what they're shooting in our body? That's why I didn't get the COVID vaccine. I know a lot of companies were pushing it, a lot of people were pushing it to get, but I mean they're offering money for you to get it and this and that. Man, $100 ain't nothing. But anyways, they're offering a bunch of money for you to get the vaccine and stuff. So it was weird that they were pushing it. But I mean, he himself said, don't just take my word or what happened to me. Ask you before you get the shots. Ask your doctor, the effects of what could happen with that shot. And if he doesn't want to tell you, go to another doctor. Go somewhere else. Uh, get a second opinion. Which I would agree on that one too. My father passed away on cancer back in '06, and his doctor that was treating him was a little local doctor, some small, I guess, that whatever he could afford at that time. But when he was recommended to get surgery to help take away the cancer, they took him to Houston, and those other doctors were looking at his his book, whatever his medical history. They were looking at that, and they kind of started noticing all his prescription that he was taking to, I guess, help support was had nothing to do with his illness, nothing at all. So this doctor was obviously, I don't know if he was charging him or he was charging his insurance, but this doctor was just giving him random medicine for stuff that he didn't need. It was the wrong stuff. So one last thing he told me and my siblings was that don't just stick to one doctor. Go look for another second opinion. So that's probably why me myself, I got multiple doctors. I go to multiple places. Not just because of the fact that I'm in debt with them, but I don't understand. I mean, I don't really understand that. Like when I'm going to pay, I got my wallet and ready to pay, and they're like, "Oh no, your insurance got it, so you're fine. You're good to go." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." I leave. 2-3 weeks later, I get a letter in the mail, man. Like, you need to pay this. Your insurance didn't want to pay this and that. So you need to pay this amount at a certain time. I'm like, I'm sorry, no, you told me I was good, so I'm good. And if you need that money, you call my insurance and get that money from them. They're already taking $100, $200 off my paycheck, so call them. Get the money from them. You ain't getting no money from me. And so that's probably why I got 15 other doctors. And so I go to one, however they take care of me. If I pay up front, but if they tell me you're good to go, I'm leaving, I'm out, I ain't paying no more. So if I get mail, uh, and if I get a letter from them later on saying I know all this and this, oh no, you ain't getting that money from me. But anyways, yeah, back to RFK. So yeah, he's also running. So if you're interested in someone else besides Trump, which I mean, like the news, they always just focus on Trump and Biden. That's all I really have not seen. Well, I mean, I haven't even watched the news myself either. I keep up with whatever they put on social media, so that's the only way I keep up with my news and stuff. But this is what something weird for me that nobody posts anything about ROK or anything. So this one's pretty interesting. I've been, like I said, I've been keeping up with his interviews. Obviously, he says he wants to lower down taxes, like any other person with any other political person would say to get your vote. He's going to lower down taxes and um, get cheaper rates for us, house rates, housing, insurance, all that kind of good stuff. Cheaper rates, all that. Um, which kind of is right now is pretty bad with these rates, housing rates, like inflammation. Just inflammation itself is just crazy right now, man. Well, I don't know. I was reading into it, and they said it was supposed to drop 3% next year. But I don't know how can you tell? Like we're living right now in the middle of 2024, where everything's just so crazy. I was seeing, it has to be in California, but I was seeing a little article back in 2020. Juice for them. This is why I say it's California. Juice was just $2 a gallon. Well, a gallon, $2. And this year, 2024, it is $4 or almost $6 for a gallon of juice. That's insane. That makes no sense at all. But like I said, I think that has to be California. I don't know what other state. I mean, here for us is like maybe about $3 to $4. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really not sure. I haven't really bought juice that much no more. Kind of trying to cut on the sugar intake. I'm trying to watch my calories now. So I mean, I say that, but my biggest problem is I need to get to the gym, kind of burn those calories. But anyways, yeah. So inflammation has just been drastic. I mean, from 2022, it was at 9%. 2022 was at 9%. 2023 it dropped down to 4%, and this year we're at, I think we're at between 4 or 5%. So we're basically still in the same. I did see last year it went up another two, not last year, last month it went up about 0.23% or maybe 3%. Um, I can't remember the number right now, but yeah, it's supposed to drop down next year to 1%, which is, if that's what it is, I'm all for it. But I mean, like I said, my question is, how do you know what it's going to be next year? Like, do you already know who you want? Who's going to be the president? Like, how can you tell anything? Because I mean, like I said, I'm all for RFK. I've been watching his videos, so I'm all for it. But I really don't know if really RFK is really the best. I mean, if he's really going to do what he says he's going to do for us, we don't know until he's in the office. That's when we find out. Um, but that's just questions that I put out there. Like, what the heck? How do you expect? How do you know all this? Just by I don't know. Just it's just weird. It's well weird to me. But for sure, we need to drop inflation, man. Inflation has been just crazy how everything's just gone so up. I know the other day I bought some food for my family to go out, and we all, like on Fridays we're both tired. We don't want to cook anything, so we're drained from the week. So we'll just get something to eat from one of our favorite locals. But I got what last week, 2 weeks ago, I got them pizza, and that stuff was all average $20 to $30, depending on what I always got. But this last week, it was like 40, close to $50, and I was just like, "What the heck? This is insane! Like, how the heck did it go from 30 to almost 50? Like, man, this ain't nobody gonna be." And then these companies don't want to give raises and stuff. And then right now they're cutting our hours, so it's like ain't nobody ain't can't do nothing, and can't nobody do nothing. We gotta be specifically what we gotta do, kind of cut our expenses and this and that. So it's freaking crazy. I mean, you gotta kind of just maneuver on on the way you live and stuff. But a lot of people like to show off and stuff. A lot of people like to put themselves out there on Snapchat, put that they're living the best life, which is good for them. Hey, props to all to y'all. If you can afford it, good for y'all. I don't know, man. I'm struggling right now as it is. But anyways, there is one article I saw that's supposed to be some decrease. Man, decrease in home values. Apparently, some places, and this is just here in Texas. Apparently, some places losing. I guess people moving now, losing values and stuff. Don't really want to say why. My best bet would be that when it rains, like here in Texas in 2017 after Hurricane Harvey, when it rains, we just get flooded. So that's what I'm thinking is that whatever areas this is happening at is probably a flooded area. So obviously people don't want to live in that. Maybe the crime rate is going up in these towns and stuff. I know here in Huntsville, our crime rate, every morning on my way to work, I've been listening to the radio station, KSAM. I'm listening to KSAM, and man, it's definitely different compared to when I was growing up to now. It is definitely different. There's more crime. It's always theft, and aggravated assault here. That's mainly what they kind of put on the radio. I'm not sure if it's other stuff. I'm not sure if there. I haven't really heard no killing lately or anything. I think mainly what I want to say is like more severe crimes. They kind of put that on the low. I want to kind of say you gotta kind of find that out from somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. But yeah, on the radio they just put mainly theft and aggravated assaults, and people when little drunk kids that come from shenanigans going to fights and stuff, or um, avoid like assisting arrest, whatever we want to say. Um, but apparently, the decrease of home values. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh well, due to inflation, I did notice that some big companies are closing down stores. Yeah, some of them is due to inflation. Some of them really is because of this stealing, or they're trying to push the online shopping. I think. Well, Walmart is the only one that I've found that they're losing sales due to uh, theft, stealing, people stealing, and losing sale. Well, mainly because of that self checkout. That's the biggest problem for them. They push everything self checkout, and people found a way kind of nick it up a little bit. Found a way to get some to charge some stuff kind of cheaper. I don't know. I just see that people found a way to kind of get what they want for a low price and pay for a little bit. And I guess in that little, however they do it, I guess the things that the little when you walk in, the little scanners for whatever, and probably not catching that or anything. So Walmart has shut down more than 20 stores due to poor performance and theft. But I'm thinking is that self checkout. That's the main problem, man. If you so worried about your performance, then man, just bring back the customers. Bring back not the customers. Bring back the customer service. The checkouts where it's people interacting with other people. That will probably help you a lot better. But a lot of other places are trying to push online stores. I know Best Buy, Bed Bath and Beyond. They're trying to go into to just online shopping only. So they've closed more than 20 stores already across the U.S. So, but that's mainly what they're trying to do. They're trying to push into online shopping where you just do online only. The ones that got me kind of crazy, man, is Walgreens and CVS. Both of them have shut down more than a combined of 1,100 stores. So, man, I don't know. We I feel like we need those stores. Honestly, I hope my local town here doesn't close theirs. But man, if we lose a Walgreens or a CVS, man, we're gonna have more babies out there than we already do, man. Because if it wasn't for them, I'd probably be up to 10 kids right now. So we need that plan B. So I hope we don't lose it. But according to the research I did, apparently we're losing. Well, they're losing, not we. They're losing a lot of stores. They shut down, like I said, a combine of Walgreens is 150 or more, and then CVS has been up to 900 locations that they shut down. Burger King, they shut down about 400 stores, but nobody really likes Burger King no more. It's always either Chick-fil-A or Whataburger. But you can't go wrong with Whataburger, man. You got to get that good burger. Not saying Burger King ain't good, but what do you prefer, Burger King or Whataburger? I mean, personally, I'll go with Whataburger. Honestly, and Whataburger. I don't know. Whataburger to me seems a little more fair price than Burger King or McDonald's. Even though McDonald's was supposed to be the cheap one, but I don't know. I don't know how that goes. The next one that caught me off guard was Starbucks. Starbucks has closed down 100 locations. That one took me off guard. Like, what the heck, Starbucks? They're losing business? Because, man, almost all the white people, not trying to be racist or anything, but almost all the females, let's put it that way. Almost all the females are late to work because they need to stop by and get their Starbucks coffee. I see it, all my friends on Snapchat or Facebook, they're always posting that, they have to stop by and get Starbucks right before work. So that one is a complete shock. I'm surprised on that one. But anyways, the next thing, so Supreme Court has allowed Idaho, the state of Idaho has enforced a ban on gender affirming. So apparently, physicians if they get caught, physicians, doctors, stuff, if they get caught giving pills for the youth, for little kids, not just little kids. Like I want to say maybe below 18 and below. The physicians are caught giving them um hormones, puberty blockers, um, gender affirming type medicine and stuff. They are gonna be sentenced. They will be sentenced up to 10 years. 10 years in prison if they get caught. So, uh, man, I kind of agree on that one. You should not. I don't understand why you're giving kids stuff like that from the get go. Um, I understand puberty is maybe a tough time to go through and stuff. I mean, everybody goes through it. So I don't understand why you're trying to block it. They have to go through it. They progress to the next level. That's how their minds grow into what they will become. So I don't know why parents are trying to block this. So, but yeah, Idaho, the Supreme Court for Idaho has enforced that. So so that they're banning gender forming care for trans youth. So trying to prevent trans youth to be trans transgenders, I guess. Uh, Man, that's some crazy time we're living right now. But like I said, these kids they need to go through. I mean, you just got to be there and support them. You can't just try to stop them from becoming what they going to become. It's like I can't stop my daughter from marrying a dude or a woman, whatever she's gonna like in the years to come. I can't stop her. That's her choice. It's her life. I live my life. Um, I made my choices of who I wanted to be with. It is what it is. So I'm happy. I just don't see why someone's gonna try to tell me, "Hey, you can't be with that person." Why not? It's my life. So it is what it is, man. So another little update on the P Diddy situation. Man, everybody's just talking about P Diddy. Wherever you see on Facebook, YouTube, whatever you have, X, um, everybody's just talking about P Diddy. I think everybody's just using P Diddy right now to get some clout, just getting clout, man. But uh, I saw this video saying that P Diddy came out saying that if he goes down, he's gonna take down people who have, I guess, gone to his parties and stuff. He's gonna take them all down with him. And the list that I saw, man, is pretty much almost all of Hollywood. All of them. I know I saw Chris Brown's name pop up, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West, just big name. Tom Hanks. He was one of them. It was just a big list of a lot. I'm telling you, a lot of big celebrities. So I was like, "Is that real?" So I went and looked. I checked it out. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find P Diddy saying that. Couldn't find. There's absolutely no update of P Diddy saying anything. So just be careful out there, man. People right now just like I said, just using P Diddy for clout right now. But the one thing I did find was that the one person that filed for that lawsuit right before the month before his home invasion. Now is actually getting looked at again. It's actually they're thinking that it was a potential scam on his part because they said he was asking. He had started a GoFundMe, and he was asking for $50,000. He was asking $50,000 to do this lawsuit to go against P Diddy. Apparently, he only came up with $4,000. But P Diddy's lawyer had claimed that this guy, I guess, was not the first time that this had happened, or have not. It's not the first time he threatened P Diddy to do this type of stuff. Uh, I mean, it's not the only lawsuit P Diddy has. P Diddy has like a bunch of other lawsuits against him. One of them I want to say is from Cassie, I think. Well, whoever the latest woman he was with, whoever, for abusement and harassment and all that. But on this one, the one thing that did popped up is that this person that filed the lawsuit on him, he did mention Prince Harry from the royal family's name. I did see that on the article. It's on the Hollywood Report. Um, but yeah, Prince Harry makes his name came up, and so while they were filing, so that kind of brings up the question, if Prince Harry has something to do with P Diddy, who else is in there? Who else? So that kind of made me think maybe that conspiracy about the celebrities wanted the police to invade his home to take out his tapes and stuff. Maybe it is true. Maybe they actually did want to see his tapes because P Diddy probably has a bunch of tapes from right now is just to the 90s, from the 30 years ago. But who's to say what he was doing before that? P Diddy's been in the business for a long time. So maybe that is true. Maybe that conspiracy is true, that they wanted to grab all those tapes because that could be used as evidence towards whatever demonic stuff they got going on behind the scenes. So who knows about that, man? That could be true. Uh, all right, now into I usually give movie reviews and stuff. I really haven't watched any. Well, I earlier did go watch the new Kung Fu Panda. It's a pretty good movie. But my thing was, I think that they're trying. I'm not sure if it's the studios but I feel like that movie they're trying to pass the torch to another character, because Poe, that his new training was that now he has to become like Master Oogway and just be someone who gives out wisdom and just pretty much retire from the kung fu and all that. He has to pass that torch down to another. They had told him it's time for you to choose a new dragon warrior. So I'm thinking that's probably what it is. I'm not 100% sure. That's just when I was watching the movie, that's just what I got. That they're trying to pass the torch down to another. And I was probably just opening more doors to more movies in the future, which is, it's not bad. It's hard to kind of go out watching these movies when Jack Black was the main reason. The panda was the main reason. Hence the name Kung Fu Panda. That was what this movie was about. It was about this panda that nobody believed in, and how he became the Dragon Warrior, and how the trilogy was how he became the Dragon Warrior. The first one started how he got chosen. Second one started was his past kind of uh, messed with him, so he couldn't progress to his next level until he accepted his past, his the troubles he came through, and the person that did it that caused all that. And then the third one was how he became the Dragon Warrior. So that's what that trilogy was about. But this fourth one, that's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like. That's what it was about. They're passing the torch to a new character to become the next Dragon Warrior. Um, also did watch the Subway documentary guy. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be interesting. It's okay if you want to check it out. It's basically some fat kid was a loser in school, and nobody talked to him, nobody messed with him. He was just left alone, and he was just lived his life. But then for a year or so, he ate nothing but Subway, and he lost so much weight. And then Subway picked him to be the face of their company because his what was his well, I want to say is marketing, probably propaganda, uh, to say for Subway to say you got this guy. You got pictures before. He weighed this much, and just for eating Subway, nothing but Subway. Obviously, the 6-inch sub, not the foot long. Uh, for morning and dinner, um, morning, lunch, and dinner, and he lost like 200 pounds. So they pushed that upon him. So obviously, this new fame and stuff came upon him, and he felt like since he was so everybody loved him, everybody knew him, everybody started eating Subway, only Subway for the longest, started eating, and they lost weight too. That's they had people that joined with him that lost weight, but they gave him all the attention. He got in his mind that he was a god, I'm guessing, um, and so he just started one. He just started believing he could do anything and get away with anything. And so uh, the one that caught him was one of his co-stars. She was talking to him about something, and she got the hints that, oh, he was trying to sexually assault her. Apparently, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to do the sexual assault on her. Apparently, because like I said, he felt like he could do anything with anybody and get away with it. So she kind of saw something on him, and so she kind of started recording her calls with him and this and that, and kind of she got him to admit that he was a pedophile. She got him to admit, and she took it to the FBI, and they did nothing about it. And then so she took it to the police, and then the police started kind of looking into investigating. But then the FBI was already investigating in the scenes, behind the scenes. So it was a time consuming thing. I think it was, if it wasn't for he had a foundation, the Jerry Fogel Foundation. He had that, and the guy that he chose to be the manager, he had got busted with pedophile and other stuff, and he's the one that double stabbed him. He kind of told the cops, "Well, if I'm going in, you got to bring this guy in, because he's been my affiliated with me and all this and that." So that's pretty much what happened. That was all it. That was just pretty much, some kid grew up fat, got famous for losing so much weight, thought he could do whatever and get away with it, and then he just came to realize that no, you're just another person, Which is, I think that's the problem with celebrities, man. A lot of celebrities think since they're so famous and stuff, they can do whatever they want, and comes to realization that you're just another person. You obviously you got fame, people look up to you and this and that, but when it comes to the law, you're just another person. That's what comes to the law. But anyways, sports, man, sports mainly because we did have a good, we did have that Garcia and Haney fight this weekend. So that was a crazy fight. I ain't gonna lie, I was actually kind of rooting for Haney to knock out Garcia, but came out the opposite. Garcia surprised me, knocked him down 3 times. But the one thing that I kind of found weird was the ref and the judges. I mean, one of them, he judged it 112, 112. He judged it a draw. And in the scorecard throughout the fight, Haney was winning almost all rounds, except the first one, the seventh, and I think the ninth and 11th. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, that to me was weird that they were giving him all the fights, and Haney he was getting some illegal hits, and nobody was saying nothing. The ref didn't call illegal or anything. So I feel like, man, that's the problem with these sports now, is just it's all corrupted. I mean, the conspiracy about football being corrupted. Obviously, the World Cup got caught back in 2011. I want to say 2000. No, 2011. 2014. It was in 2014 where they got busted for corruption, where some of the big people in there got. I don't know. I don't remember how or what. I just remember hearing that they got caught for corruption, letting a team win. So it's obviously corruption is getting bigger and bigger in these sports entertainment. So boxing really is now going to be what it was back then. When you had Mike Tyson, when you had Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, um, George Frazier, Julio Cesar Chavez, which, man, that dude was a beast. Well, I mean, all of them, everybody back then was really good. It was just boxing back then was just like, it was where I want to knock you out. Which now I just want to win by points. I just want to hit you and run, like the Mayweather type. Which I'm not saying Mayweather was, not a great boxer. He was definitely a great boxer. He was a smart boxer, and put it that way. He was a smart boxer. Um, I mean, when he first started, he was a pound to pound. He was a pound to pound. He was not afraid to get in there and fight. But then he became smart because he realized, I'm getting old. And that's the thing, is just, can't take this forever. I'm getting old. I gotta fight smart. So that's why he developed that new defense. Well, his defense, and he just hit and run. So that was really, if you just care about winning, then that's really the smart way to go. But if you care about, wanting to be the best, and you just go in there and try and knock them out. But then before that, last week or 2 weeks, I don't remember, we had the Cruz versus Romero. That was a good fight. That one was. I was going for Cruz all the way, regardless of what happened. I was going for Cruz all the way. But once I saw Cruz kind of daze Romero in that first round, I was like, man, this is easy peasy for Cruz right here, and done deal. Won that by knockout on the seventh round. So, and then apparently after that, Romero claims that he's retiring after that fight. He retired boxing. He's retiring from boxing after that fight. But that dude, all he did was talk. Even when he went against Tank, he talked a lot, and Tank demolished him too. So, but I mean, good luck to him in the future, whatever he wants to do. But I'm ready to. Well, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But that Cruz versus Tank, too, man. That one's gonna be a good fight. But Tank now don't want it. He don't want it. I ain't saying he's scared or anything. I think he's mainly being smart. Like, I mean, Mayweather is his mentor, so he is being smart about it as well. So he knows he already got the W, and he don't need the rematch. He got it. He beat him. That's it. He's moving on to the next one. Which, like I said, if that's all he cares about is winning, then that's how you do it. But if he wants to be known as the best, he'll get back in that ring with them and try and knock them out. That's the only way you can say you're the best. You get back in that guy that gave you. Because if you watch the first one, man, Cruz. I really don't know how Tank won. I feel like it should have been a good solid draw, a strong. It should have been a draw, but they gave it to Tank. I think what it was, and this is just my opinion, but I think what it was that they gave him the W because they were thinking maybe they would probably get a second one, and a second one double the money, and then give a draw, and give a draw, and then get a third fight and try and give it to Cruz. I think that's what they wanted to do because they did that with the biggest draws was the Canelo and Triple G. They did that with them, and obviously the Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. Because I think, man, honestly, that one, I don't really remember the first two, but the third one and the fourth one, obviously everybody remembers the fourth one, but the third one, I think it went to Marquez. I really do, but um, it is what it is. But that fourth one, Marquez had no choice. He had to get that knockout. If not, it probably would have gone to Pacquiao again. So he had no choice. He had to knock him out, and boom, did he do it? Man, he knocked him out beautiful. But see, I think that's what they're trying to do. They realize that they're running out of names, so they saw that Tank and Cruz were equally matched. It was a good fight. So they saw that this one could have brought the money in. So that's probably what they were trying to do. They gave it a Tank, thinking they were gonna get a second one, and then with that second one, they make it a draw. And that third one, they're gonna tell Cruz you have no choice but to knock him out in order to get that W. So they pretty much screwed over Cruz. They pretty much screwed him over. But it is what it is, man. So uh, that's pretty much it for our episode, man. Thank y'all so much for checking it out. Thank y'all for staying this long. Thank you for the support and everything. And like I said, if y'all want to reach out to me, man, Knightriderz Knightriderz with an S, 1990 at gmail.com. I thought I made it with the Z, but apparently it's with an S. That was my fault. Apologize for that. But yeah, man, that's pretty much our episode. Thank y'all again. Have a good one.